Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. Thanks for letting us be here. Big to you. It is frightening. I grew up happy in a country where, like any other country, have problems, has issues, but we were okay. I was able to get an education. I come from a family where my grandparents were small town farmers, and they got their 60s through professional college, university, and all their 35 grandchildren through universities and degree professionally in education. And that's the country we lived in. It's one of the top countries, oil producer in the world. Then eventually, there were differences and there were issues probably similar to what we have here now. And people wanted to change. And that change translated into let's vote for something differently, okay? And that's how socialism, phrased as the new socialism, it's not the old one. It's a new concept got into power. Well, shortly after, things started to change to a way that was, well, this is not what they said it was going to be. This is different. Turned out to be well, that will never happen in our country, but it did. Well, yeah, we'll be able to do that, or we just voted away. They changed the Constitution to stay longer in power, to promote re-election. Then they own the voting system, so we all knew the voting was fake. So yes, there's been 30 elections in 20 years, and they won every one of them with millions of people protesting in the street, unexplainable. So it's a gradual thing, and it goes little by little, and eventually becomes about staying in power and not caring anymore. So the people that thought ideally the socialism was good because there was not going to be more poverty, it just brought everybody down and lower. And the immigration was massive over the past 10 years. Over 6 million professionals have left that country, and now people are just walking out of the country to the next country right next to them because there's just can't survive. So I never thought it'd come down to that. So for us, seeing some of these new ideas, that have shown into history that it just doesn't work. It may sound pretty, but it just doesn't work. I don't think human nature is capable to sustain socialism. Someone one day will start taking advantage and will start wanting power and eventually become a communism. How do I know it? Just look at history. Just look at history. Over and over and over. Hundreds of years. Hundreds of history books written on different countries. It never works. And it frightens us. This is our home. This is our country. When I mean this, it's the United States. No better country in the world. And it just scares us to see this. And this is why we produce this film.